The new model inside of ChatGPT o1 preview may not be as good as I thought when I first tested it. I had more time to test it. I switched between a couple of different accounts. They actually reset how many times you could use it. They reset the limit because a lot of people ran out very quickly. So I did some more testing, and in this video, I'm gonna dive much deeper. So what I did is I'm gonna test this o1 preview in this window, and in this other window, I try to replicate what that o1 preview is doing in the background with a custom GPT. So this GPT o1 clone, I'll make this publicly available. I'll link it in the description below this video, and I'll show you how I made it. So all I did was I created this custom GPT. By the way, if you never used custom GPTs before, they're a mini version of ChatGPT where you could give it your own set of instructions. So that's what I did here. And you could upload files and things like that. I have a ton of videos about building custom GPTs on this channel. But let me show you exactly what I did with this one, because technically the model that they just released works like this in the background. They kind of fine-tuned a GPT model, it looks like, to do exactly this. You are an AI assistant designed to think through problems step by step using chain of thought prompting. So this is the prompting technique. They officially said in their documentation, this is the prompting technique that they used to get the model to think step by step and try to correct its own mistakes. Before providing any answers, you must understand the problem, break down the reasoning process, explain each step, and arrive at the final answer and review the thought process. So double check the reasoning for errors and gaps before finalizing your answer. And I'll actually just copy this and I'll put this in the description too. If you want to build your own GPT, you could use mine as well here. That is free to use. So that's all I did to create this GPT. So let's go ahead and use this one. Okay, this is the test I'm gonna run. Inside of my o1 clone that I just built, I'm gonna give it 5 questions related to IQ to see how it does with logic and reasoning. And I'm gonna give it 5 math questions because in their benchmark, that's where it really leaps ahead of any other model. The benchmark takes it sometimes from a 13% score to like an 85% score when it comes to math, using that chain of thought prompting inside of the o1 model. And here inside of this regular ChatGPT, we'll do the same thing. So I'll just copy and paste the same questions. Let's start here with our IQ test, and then we'll do some math tests too. And I'm gonna actually copy and paste each time the actual question. What number is 1/4 of 1/10 of 1/5 of 200? Okay, these models are typically really bad at answering these type of questions, any math related questions, even counting how many words are in an answer. They typically can't do that. So let's take this one and I'll give it to my GPT clone here, and we'll also paste it over here. Okay, let's go to our clone. So this is the answer from the GPT. The answer is 1, which is C. Let's go to o1 preview. Answer. So same answer. Let's see what the actual answer was. Okay, the answer is 1, so tied so far. Let's go to the next question. 3 of the following numbers add up to 27, and is spelled out 27, and these are the numbers that it has to choose from to get it to add up to 27. So again, I'm gonna take this one. This is true or false. Let's ask my GPT clone first. Let's see what answer we get. And again, it's doing step by step based on that system prompt I gave it. So this is gonna be different than regular ChatGPT. I use GPT-4o for some of these, and it just didn't think like this out loud usually, and I wasn't getting the same responses. So if I was to compare it against GPT-4o, the GPT-o1 model is going to win, but I want to see if it's also going to beat my custom GPT that has that chain of thought prompting. So here it ran through all these different combinations, and the answer is false. Let's see what we get out of o1. Thinking, let me see if I could actually see how he's thinking through it. Let me open this up. Identifying combinations, identifying some gaps. Okay, pretty quickly, it's doing the exact same thing. It's calculating all the different combinations. You had 20, the answer is false. Let me see if I had 20 in the last one. Oh, it didn't number it, but it looks about 20 or so. Okay, let's see what the actual answer is. It says it's false. Yep, you got that one right too. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is sequential reasoning. This is an interesting one. So let's take this one. It's telling us here's a bunch of numbers. What number comes next? I like these. Okay, here is our step-by-step in our custom GPT. I'm always showing the clone first, just so it's consistent here. Let's go to the bottom and 43. And inside of 01, we also got 43. This actually gave us a lot more of its work. It's showing us a lot more work here in 9 seconds versus the other one. Let's see what the actual answer is. Okay, C. Okay, you got that one right too. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I like this one. This one has no numbers. Let's try this one. It says, which one of these 5 is least like the other 4? So it analyzed every single option, all 5 here, common traits, and the conclusion is dolphin. Okay, this time 01 took 17 seconds. So here's all the options. It's actually digging a lot deeper into some of these than the other model did. Let's see what we got on the bottom. Analysis, conclusion, dolphin. So same response and dolphin. Oh, dolphin is not the answer. So they both got it wrong. So I think that's 3 out of 4. They made their first mistake here on this one. Okay, turtle, I guess. A turtle breathes air and has 4 legs. And I guess, well, yeah, that's pretty obvious if I look at these answers that turtle is different than these other 4. So it did get that one wrong. Okay, I'll just do one more like it, and this will be our last IQ one. We'll switch to math. If you rearrange the letters of this word right here, you would have the name of one of these right here. So this is a good one actually for this test. Let's try that. Okay, so the GPT right away says the word would be Earth, and that is a planet. Let's try our other model. Oh, this one actually did a lot more. So Earth was one, heart, hater. You came up with 3 words. Okay, and then it says heart or Earth. Heart actually wasn't one of the options here, so Earth is the one it's probably going to pick. Planets, let's go back here. Planets, and that is correct. So 4 out of 5, and no winner here, right? They're exact tie here. They answered everything correctly in the IQ test, except the one they got wrong. They both got it wrong in the same exact way. So it's a tie right now between my custom GPT with my own set of instructions versus the new model 01, which is using the chain of thought prompting, no difference. Let's go to our math test. This is where the 01 model claims to really excel and beat any previous model. And the GPT model is considered a previous model because it's not powered by the new model. Okay, here, I'm going to take these. This is just from a different website. And I think this is called the 15 hardest SAT math questions. And I'm going to take the questions and the multiple choice exactly as they appear. I'm not going to change anything. So if these questions are formatted incorrectly, well, they both have to work from the same starting point. Okay, the GPT is answering pretty quickly. It went to the step-by-step analysis, which is, again, based on that system prompt, always the first thing it's going to do. Determining the relationship, conclusion, and 2 only. So B is the answer it came up with. Okay, interesting. Our 01 preview got a different answer, 1 and 2 only. So let's see what we come up with here. Let's go to the answer section, and the final answer is D. So let me go back. Okay, D. So the 01 preview got the right answer, and my clone did not have the right answer. So there's an extra point when it comes to math right away. Looks like the new model won. Even though if I look through the process, we got step-by-step analysis here. Let me go to this one. Let's see what it did differently. Okay, it went through every single statement and it kind of came to a conclusion and it decided if it's true or false. And then that's how it came up with this answer right here. Okay, let me copy this next one over here. Okay, our GPT gave us an answer B, which is number 3 right here. And it came up with this pretty quick. It took about 6-7 seconds here to get this answer. Let's go to 01. Okay, 01 is still thinking. It's been a little while. And okay, so the thought process is a little bit more in depth if you look underneath the hood here to see what it's doing. It's definitely given us a lot more detail here behind the scenes, but it's taking quite a while to get an answer. And it looks like it's hitting some problems. So switching the approach, then breaking down, reworking, revisiting, analyzing, rearranging. It's doing quite a bit over here. And still nothing. Wow, it's still going. And it thinks the answer is A, -16. And let me just scroll up to show you the amount of work it did behind the scenes here. Well, I guess the answer started here, but this is all the stuff that it was going through to come up with that answer. The actual answer is B. So my custom GPT that is not supposed to be very good at math got it right. And the O1 model that's supposed to win at math by 70 percentage points over the previous models got it wrong. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something. So it says B was the answer, which is correct, but it says B equals 3. And I went back on the test right here. B equals -3. So C actually equals 3. So it did actually get it wrong. I missed that because B was the correct answer, but B should have been -3. So I don't know, maybe it gets half a point here. It doesn't quite get it completely right. But I guess if it was a multiple choice in some kind of a SAT, you would have picked B and you would have got it right. But it missed the minus sign right here. Okay, so the next one, D, the value cannot be determined. This is inside of our GPT clone. And this one, D, the value cannot be determined. Let's go to the actual answer. Okay, so D is not the answer. A is the answer, which is 212. Wow, they both got it wrong in this case. Okay, here's the word problem here. And the answer is 60. Let's give it to clone. Okay, our clone says it cannot come up with an answer. It doesn't have enough information to come up with an answer based on that question. And here's kind of the thinking process. And this one, it just took a few seconds here to respond, hinting at missing info. Okay, this one also thinks there's a lack of information. The problem cannot be solved. So let me see what we missed here. Well, I took this exactly as it was. And this one did come up with an answer. The final answer is 60. Okay, so I guess they both failed there as well. Okay, I'll just do one extra one here since we didn't get a conclusive answer there. I'll take this one. Okay, this one, my GPT clone says the answer is 2.25. Let's go to 01. The answer is 2.25. And let's go to the actual question. The answer is 2.25. Okay, so as you could see, when it comes to the IQ test, exactly the same score, right? And the math test, 01 won, I think just by one question, right? Everything you got wrong, the other one got wrong. So the chain of thought prompting technique that I added to the system instructions seemed to actually work well enough to get it to get very close to 01. It's definitely not a 5 or 6x improvement in math and logic like I saw in the benchmarks. Again, not super scientific. I'm just doing 10 different questions here in those two categories. So if you want to do your own test, let me know in the comment section what you get. But from my first impression to now, I definitely don't think the model, this 01 model, it's in preview though, but it's definitely not the giant leap that I first thought when I tested it with a few coding and math questions. Now I'm testing a bit deeper. And before recording the video, I ran it through a bunch of tests. And when they were getting the equal results between my custom GPT and the 01 model, I decided to make this video and do a real test in real time as I'm recording the video to see what it comes up with and not show my previous results. And I mean, I would just call it a tie, honestly, at this point. So let me know what you find out if you want to do these kind of tests on your own. We have very limited credit inside of the 01 preview, and the 01 mini, I didn't think was going to be a fair compression. So I wanted to test their best model available right now. Let me know what you come up with and what your thoughts are, and I'll see you in the next video.